Hey everybody, this is Evan Rogers coming at you with what is this, an online live lesson. We are jamming through lesson 4. You can join in too, $5 a month, 3 lessons a week. And if you don't want to join in, but you want to support me, we got cool shirts. The Gunma, I got Tochigi and Saitama coming up soon, followed by Hokkaido and Chiba, most likely, because those are the cool places in Japan. Everywhere else stinks. Somebody told me that if I want to make money, I should make a Tokyo one, and I was like, nah, Tokyo is not for me. They have
You should do Tachi Aigawa.
What's it?
Tachi Aigawa.
Is that a prefecture? Tachi Aigawa?
No, it's a Shiragawa, but like that's where we usually stay.
Okay.
It's like a cute little area.
I'll just put the hotel that you guys stay in on the shirt.
We stay in an Airbnb.
So, all right. Just have that Airbnb right there. It's like, this is a city.
I could send you a picture of the house.
Yeah, it's always the same place?
Yeah, usually.
Okay. Well, this is Kayla and John. We are going to jam through a drill here, try to learn some grammar, pick up some understanding of the language. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
All right, great. So here we go. Please repeat after me. それ、ジュースですね。
それ、ジュース。
ジュースですね。
Yeah, good. それ、ジュースですね。So, それ, that thing by you, it is juice, eh? That's juice, right? はい、そうです。
はい、そうです。
Yeah, the boss is making sure that he's not getting crunk on the job. あれ、お茶ですね。
あれ、
お茶ですね。
Great, yeah. はい、そうです。
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 Yeah, so des just translates to that is so. That is so. Oh, I didn't add the dare to the flashcards. So I'll have to do that. I'll have to do that. I can speak properly. All right, jusu is obviously juice. Ocha, I hope you guys knew, is tea. That over there is tea, right? So what's changing is the thing we're referencing to, sore versus are, or maybe even kore. And then the thing that we're talking about. I think I tried to make... Nope, I did not. That is not accurate. I was going to say, I think I tried to make them all liquids, but nope, not enough liquid nouns. Are you guys ready to go? Do you see the pattern?
Yep.
Any questions? We good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Job. Kore, pen. John, you're not sure if you're holding a pen or a pencil.
これ、ペンですね。
Yeah, kore, pen ですね。
はい、そうです。
Hi, so this. Yeah, that's right. You have a pen. You know, sometimes pens look like pencils and vice versa. Kayla, that thing by John, it looks like a book, but you're not quite sure.
それ、本ですね。
はい、そうです。
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, それ本ですね。そうです。Yeah, great. Yeah. Notice this comma here that kind of puts a stutter there. あれ、sorry. あれ、お茶ですね。あれ。That is kind of functioning similarly to, ooh, how about this? I'll make it a pop quiz. What kind of a particle? Which particle is it acting like? Ooh, tricky.
Wa.
You're exactly right. It's acting like the wa particle. Are wa ocha desu ne would work, but we don't really need to have a particle all the time. So, are ocha desu ne? That, it's tea, right? Cool. Yeah, that's a book. All right, John, you're not sure if what is on the counter is cereal or some other concoction that your son accidentally made when no one was looking.
あれ、シアルですね。
シリアル。
シリアルですね。
はい、そうです。
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's right. It is cereal. He did not put, I don't know, bananas into orange juice. Which probably wouldn't be the worst thing. All right, Kayla, you're not quite sure if what you're eating is a sandwich, I suppose.
これ、サンドイッチですね。
はい、そうです。
So this works in one way that I can think of. apparently stuff like hamburgers are considered sandwiches, and like so are hot dogs. Like legally, they're defined as sandwiches. So
Yeah,
like, what's it?
that's not proven.
I'm not sure. I think legally they are, but like, maybe I'm wrong. But like, imagine you hear that and you're like, oh, so like this is a sandwich, and you're holding up like a hot dog, and then the other person's like, yeah, that's right, that's a hot dog. Gall, gall. All right, Kayla, he is drinking something white, and you're pretty sure it's milk, but you just, maybe it's sake, which is that weird whitey-ish color.
Wait, you want me to say sake or milk?
Oh, no, gyunu. I'm sorry. Milk, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
My mistake.
Sore gunyu desu ne.
Yeah, try to get that gyu, the gya with the ya.
Gyu.
Gyu.
Gyunu.
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 Sorry, I mispronounced it the first time. I was just trying to emphasize the Y sound. We want to get that Y sound. Gyunu.
Gyunu.
Yeah, that's fine. Sort of what? Oh, sorry. Sort of gyunu desu ne.
Sore gyunu desu ne.
Great.
Hi, so desu.
All right, John. You're pretty sure that over there is coffee, but at this point, you're so thirsty you'll drink anything.
Are kuhi desu ne?
Hi, so desu.
Yeah, great. Any questions on this?
No.
Okay, just something to keep track of. Remember, the end of the sentence is a noun, and we're trying to be polite, so we're using des. Honestly, since you two are married, you wouldn't be using deses with each other unless, I don't know, something were really strange. It's just practice.
What would we use then? What would we use?
You'd probably, depending on who is speaking, it'd be masculine or feminine. So, like, maybe something like, hi, so yo. You just leave the des off. Probably wouldn't even add the da, and then just go with
like,
yo.
How would you ask it? How would you ask it though? The same way?
So the juice.
Oh, just like okay, just like with the question and the end of the like we ask questions. Okay.
Yeah, and then if you wanted the ne there, you could still do that. Sort of juice ne. Sort of a juice ne. You could say dane, but sort of juice ne. Sort of a juice dane. They have slightly different feelings, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, something like that.
So yo is feminine. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm sorry. No. So yo, so da wa. Or you can say like so na no, so yo, so na no. This is I was gonna save this for the next lesson, but Japanese has language designated to sounding masculine and feminine. So if you want to sound feminine, you do speak one way. You actually use words or particles that somebody who is not trying to sound feminine would use, and vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like a wa particle.
You were saying how they don't have the gender terms like Spanish.
Right. They don't have the gender. Yeah. They don't have la table or whatever it is, but they do have so it's interesting because the two major dialects of Japanese, basically the Tokyo and what's called Kansai Ben. So when it's interesting because the things that are feminine to the people in Kansai are actually masculine to the people in Tokyo and vice versa. So it's kind of like when a guy from Kansai is talking to a guy from Tokyo, they kind of think the other one's a little bit on the fruity side.
I gotcha.
And what's interesting is, do you guys know, this was actually going to be for the next lesson, but do you guys know the that anime movie called Your Name?
Nope.
Yeah, my Japanese club just watched it actually.
Okay, it was a pretty good movie. I liked it a lot. The actual name of the movie is Kimi no Nawa, which is a little bit difficult well, it's not difficult, but it's stuff you haven't really learned yet. The thing is that it has Kimi in it. And did you watch the movie?
Trying Tranis wasn't behaving very well, so I only got about 15 minutes in, unfortunately.
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. There's a scene in the movie where hopefully you notice that the boys, they were like switching places. Like the boy would randomly inhabit or the girl would inhabit the boy's body and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what was interesting about it was that the girl was in the man's body, the boy's body, and she was talking with his friends on the top of the roof, and I think it was Tokyo is where they were, and she is used to talking feminine, and there's a scene where she goes watashi, and then she blurts something out, and then everybody's like, what are you doing using watashi? And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, boku. And they're like, what are you doing, boku? He's like, oh, ore ga nanika. They're like, yeah, that's right, you're supposed to be using ore. And the translator was like, you can't translate this scene into English. There's nothing that does this. All of those three words mean I did something, but the entire difference is one's more on the girly side and one's more on the manly side. And the translator was like, what the hell do I do? Like, there was actually a legit conversation. Like, you can't translate this scene into English.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was an interesting thing they had to deal with.
I'll have to go back and watch it again.
I actually, of all the anime movies that I've been asked to watch, that was actually one of the better ones. I'd highly recommend that one. Anything by Hayao Miyazaki is brilliant as well.
Table is feminine in Spanish, by the way.
What's that?
Table is feminine in Spanish.
Did you look it up?
It's La Mesa. Yeah,
La
I never knew.
Mesa. I wonder if you say El Mesa, do people look at you weird?
I don't know.
And they're like, excuse me, it's supposed to be La Mesa. And then you're like, no, my table is a man.
Interestingly, though, in German, it is masculine.
Yeah, no, they're completely not related at all. I don't know my history of Germany, but like Germany used to be a bunch of different states, and
well, there was something that happened in, what was it, 1944? What was
So, well, Bismarck, there was a bunch of little disparate states, and then Otto von Bismarck unified them in brutality, and then the whole Hitler thing happened.
That's
it. That's it. They don't learn about Hitler that much in Japan. So like I'm like teaching about Hitler, and they're like, oh shit.
Well, they weren't exactly on the winning side of that war anyway.
Well, it's interesting because the focus
wars.
What's that?
It was two separate wars anyways. I mean, we learn about it because we fought the two separate wars. They were the Pacific side, they were fighting us.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't really care about what was going on the other side of the world.
Yeah, their biggest worry was keeping Russia out of the fight. There's a good argument to be made that even after both nukes went off, the reason why they finally gave up was not necessarily because of the nukes, but because Russia declared war on them. But what's interesting is that the big focus of World War II is much more of the idea of that they got nuked, as opposed to Tora bombing Pearl Harbor, the Banzai charges and all the kamikazes, and then the horrible things that happen in Asia. The focus is very much on being nuked.
They don't learn about the Holocaust at all in Germany.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We know people that are straight off the boat. I mean, it might have changed by now, but
they may have changed by now. But like my aunt wasn't taught it in Germany.
Really?
Yeah,
she denies it happened. Like she denies it.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, every country is in their schooling is taught national excellence.
Right.
That's
yeah.
We're all USA tear up when we hear the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, for the record,
so, you wouldn't teach about something horrible that happened. We have started to some of the horrible things we've done. Trail of Tears, all that crap. But I mean, it wouldn't make sense with national supremacy for someone to teach. Oh yeah, we incarcerated and murdered millions of Jews. Oh yeah, we surprise attacked the U.S. and blew up all those ships at Pearl Harbor. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to.
It was really interesting because a kid was like, "What are you doing teaching? You're an American." I was like, "I'm sorry. What are you going on about?" He's like, "You guys drop bombs on us." I'm like, "Yeah, about that. Do you know who started that war?" And they were like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "You should probably ask your teacher about the beginning of World War II and how that whole thing started."
The peace and medals we got 2 days beforehand. Yeah, go ahead.
The other thing I was going to say is that in Germany, I had a student who was from Germany, and he came to America as like a transfer student. The kid was like 9 foot 84 and like blue eyed blonde hair and everything. But anyway, I
Ah,
asked him what he was looking to do when he was here, and he's like, "Oh, I want to read Mein Kampf." And I gave him this like strange look, and he's like, it's illegal to read in Germany. We're not allowed to read the book." And then I was asking him, "Oh God, what else is illegal? You can't do the Hail Hitler sign, the fascist salute. That's also that motion is also illegal over there. Crazy things are becoming illegal in Europe. I mean, I could really get into it now, but we'll try to keep this more focused on what what little the connection is to Japan. No, it's really interesting. Just what's all the censorship that goes on.
yeah, I mean, Mein Kampf is a well written book. I mean, I understand why it's illegal, but
I've
I don't
never
even know how we got to this topic.
I never bothered reading it. Yeah, I'll probably have to edit all this out.
I would.
I don't know. I kind of want to leave it in.
I don't care either way.
Let's end on a happy note. Did you ever? Do you know? I'm sure you know John Cleese.
Yeah, did you see what he just did in response to Hank Azaria?
I have no idea what's going on. No.
Okay, John Cleese, well, obviously Monty Python, right?
Yeah.
Um, Hank Azaria recently stepped down and apologized
For
for
being a
playing
poo. Yeah.
on The Simpsons. And John Cleese tweeted out how he was apologizing to all white British people for making fun of them.
Sounds about right.
He is a white British person,
Yeah.
obviously.
Right. Did you ever hear of Faulty Towers?
Yeah, I don't know what it is though.
Okay. John Cleese was in like a sitcom where they own like a bed and breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
and it just everything always goes wrong horribly, and it just gets spiraling out of control. There's one where it's like post World War II, and they have a bunch of German visitors, and they're like, "Don't mention the war! Don't mention the war! Don't mention the war!" And then he bangs his head, and at one point he starts goose stepping with a Hitler mustache on and all this crazy stuff. It's hilarious. If you look up "Don't Mention the War," John Cleese, Faulty Towers, it's one of the best skits out there.
I had some of Faulty Towers. I think Hugh Laurie was actually in that with him.
I don't know who that is, but it's entirely possible. You sound like you're one of those guys who knows everyone that's done everything ever. And I'm like, what's that?
Just people I like. I like John Cleese, but Hugh Laurie played House. If you ever watched House,
No, I watched a little bit of House. It got really repetitive.
yeah, every procedural doctor show is the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's like, is it this? Oh, I was wrong, but it must be this. I was wrong. Well, the third one's a charm. Yay, we figured it out. Also, God is dead. It's like, oh, where'd that come from? Like it's kind of like, okay, we get it. You're an atheist. Can you tone it down a little bit?
It's funny.
Like even Anyway, sorry, we could go on for hours. Sorry, I was actually gonna do the next conversation, but we'll save it for next time. You guys have a nice weekend.
We'll see you later.
Your viewers on YouTube are like, why are all these lessons always so short?
I'm gonna leave this all in here. I don't think we said anything too offensive.
Offensive. So all right, we'll talk to you later.
Hey, see you guys. Bye bye. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you like, subscribe, and share this video to everybody you know and yell at them repeatedly until they subscribe as well. If you'd like to support me even more, head on over to patreon.com, where for just $1 a month, 3 cents a day, that's it, it's darn near free, you can help me financially keep these videos coming. And as a reward for your Patreon donations, you get access to all of the miscellaneous things that I produce to help out my own students who I teach in person, and also just things that I make for myself. And if you want a little bit more bang for your buck, head on over to Teespring, where you can get lots of fun clothing, mugs, stickers, cell phone cases, all that I've designed. More designs to come. I hope you have yourself a happy dappy day. Peace out.